I am really interested in if they have done a better job on the update here. I do notice. In fact, what's interesting that I do find here, I like Battlefield 4 a lot. Um, Besides the fact that the building would come down for a random reason in every single game. Don't have any clue what that was about, but this is pretty cool to be honest with you. If I'm being honest, I'm going to see what they have to hold. I've played this game multiple times, Battlefield 5. I'm not going to pretend like this is new. Anyways, here we go. Gotta see what this. Oh, this one is a beautiful one. Here we go. Here we go. Settle back, enjoy yourselves. Now, if you're just listening because you feel like listening, good for you. Proud of you. Let's see what I can do here. That's beautiful. Some guy just standing there. Yep. Had exciting adventures today. Went into Walmart and someone was getting arrested because they decided they were going to steal underwear. Not sure who steals underwear these days, but apparently some people they do. They think it's nice to steal underwear. If you can tell me why that would be so, you're on. Okay, this is great. Oh my goodness gracious! But I just got knocked straight out. But that's pretty. See what the future holds here. See what the future holds. All right, here we go. Yeah, so quite an interesting day to be honest with you. Very interesting. Alright, I'll squat here. Can't stand campers. Now the topic menu. That's interesting. The reason why I like Battlefield better. Battlefield 4, pardon me, I'm on Battlefield, dimwit. Battlefield 4 was it had you involved, the controls were easy, stuff like that. The issue with this is there is a lot more action in the like more of a just people running around like crazy, if that makes any sense. Just completely crazy. I don't know why, but it kind of makes the game more difficult. And the reason why it makes it more difficult for everybody would get to guess this correctly is because there's no strategy. The other one had strategy, to be honest with you. It did. There's no getting around that. The other game had way more strategy. So I do find that a little annoying. This game is more of just, hey, let's run around like a group of chickens with their head cut off and try something. So that is my complaint. Also, the controls are jerky. That's something I don't like about this game, in Battlefield 5 at least. So yeah, another guy out of the way. But I'm playing it, so what's that got to do? But as I was saying earlier about Walmart, went in there, saw 3 police vehicles in front of the entrance, and that's always exciting. And I see one with a shower cap on, and handcuffs, stealing underwear and some other fun stuff. So I'm not sure what that was about. Not sure what makes people feel like stealing underwear from Walmart. But apparently, I couldn't ask her. The police were questioning her. Maybe they were going to ask her. Maybe they'll find out why she thought it was cool to steal underwear from Walmart. You know, maybe they'll find out. But that was my adventure for the day. That was very exciting. I'd say so. Would you say so? I would. Anywho, that was my excitement. I'm working on a. I've never attempted to steal in my life. Alright? Everybody has the thought. Let's say, oh my gosh, everybody has. Come on now. We're humans. Everybody has a temptation once in a while. But it's the same temptation that says, hey, why don't you drive your car into that pond over there? It's just a stupid thought that you're like, what in the world are you talking about? And you get rid of it. You toss it aside. It's as simple as that. I don't know what else to say. That's what's so exciting. So, But, you know, you do you. If you rob something, you know, you need to get arrested. Simple as that. It's avoiding temptation. Just ignoring it. Ignoring it. Some people just can't help themselves. I mean, if someone's if you're gonna steal something, yes, underwear, really? I'm not encouraging people to steal stuff. Do not take it that way. What I'm trying to say is, if you're going to steal something, if you're going to be that big of an idiot and a loser, why are you stealing underwear? Like, what's that? I don't get what the benefit is there. Maybe they're just so used to it. I don't know what else to say. Maybe that's the issue. They're so used to committing crimes, it's like nothing to them. Probably the thing. I am not a. However, that being said, I'm not a fan, anyways, of Walmart security. The other day, I was buying paint. And of course, they have to check, make sure you're allowed to buy paint, make sure you're old enough. You know, they gotta verify that, of course. You know, heaven forbid that you're buying paint the wrong way. You know, heaven forbid that, right? You know. And as I was scanning, back to my store, as I was scanning, and they came up and they tried to help me with it, I had a can of paint in my hand. I was buying about 6 of them, and I put the one that I had not scanned into the bag. And I go to scan the next one, and I realize what I did. I'm like, oh goodness, I'll just scan this one twice, and no big deal. Too late! Camera already got me. So for any of you knotheads planning on doing something, why don't you think twice? Because they will get you. That is a fact. And they ought to, you loser. Anybody stealing paint or anything from a Walmart needs some serious help. There's a lot of other things you can be doing. Why don't you make some money like I do? That's what I don't even get. Why don't you make some money? You know, I go out and I, you know, work very hard for a living, as most people do. However, other people feel like they're entitled. They don't need to work hard. They can just, you know, swipe stuff off the shelf for the fun of it, and that'll be that. It's quite interesting, to say the very honest. It's quite sad. It is not my cup of tea whatsoever. But as I said, you do you, and I'll just laugh at you when I see you in the news. Like that dude who shoved 20 pounds of meat down his pant leg. He got caught. Well, no kidding. How do you plan on not? My better question is, how would you not get caught? Is a better question I've got for you. How do you walk around with 20 pounds in your pants? How you gonna handle that? If I may ask. I'd like to know. I would like to know that. Just, you know, this is a world full of ignorant people. Just dumb people in specific. Everyone's done stuff before. Everybody has, but then there's a level. There's some guy who, you know, maybe cuts a bad business deal, which is not, I'm not advocating it, but cuts a bad business deal, and then you got guys shoving meat down their pants. A lot different level, in my opinion. But then at the same time, you can argue the fact that the guy doing the crooked business deal is well on his way to stuffing meat down his pant legs. You never know. What am I going to say? What can I say? I can't defend one or the other. It's insanity. Yeah. I have liked, you know, it is, what in the world? Oh, come on. Anyways, I would be lying, oh my goodness, I'd be lying if I said I did not like the self-checkouts. But at the same time, they're very, very, you know, one wrong move there, and you look in the wrong even if you're not. And I don't feel like I've never been arrested in my life. Should have been. One time I was going 98 miles per hour in a 50. Got pulled over. And he threatened to arrest me. Police did threaten to arrest me, but did not. That was the closest I ever got to being arrested. I know. It's quite interesting, to say the least. I mean, did I deserve it? Sure did. I learned an important life lesson, that is for sure. An important life lesson was learned. Some of ya think it's a trophy. They talk about their ticket. Oh my gosh, I've had 15 tickets before. What do you want? What do you want? An award? I mean, there's a time to... I mean, some guys will just... Or anybody will just go... I've seen some people that do not need a license before. Goodness gracious. They do not need a license whatsoever driving down the street. Especially, let me tell you something. I mean, in my opinion, somebody who takes their tires, especially on the Hondas, lowers their vehicle to the ground to where it's basically kissing the asphalt, and then takes their beautiful tires and puts them to the side like it's, I don't know, in the fetal position, if you want to say. Anybody like that, they shouldn't be on the roads. If you're doing that type of stuff to your car, you're weird. All right, that is my opinion. You're strange if you do that to your car. You don't like that? It's all right. It's all right. You do you, right? But I'm just telling you, you don't belong on the roadways. You're weird. You're dangerous. What would happen when those tires came off sideways? What would it do? Would it just keep rolling straight? I highly doubt it'd be going in giant loops in the middle of the highway. You know, if one of those tires coming off with the way these dudes have their Hondas, and that low to the ground, that thing is kissing the ground immediately. There's no getting around that. They can barely make it over the most small speed bump in the road. What are they going to do? I mean, I've seen the bottom of your guys' car. Don't be acting like it's some kind of magical thing. I've seen the bottom of it. Looks terrible. Looks terrible. Looks like somebody just took sandpaper to the bottom of it. I mean, what else do you say? People just find very interesting. I mean, I get the whole point of you trying to make your vehicle into something, make it yours, all right? But there's a lot better ways of handling it than that. A lot better ways. I mean, I know that I've seen some mods. I mean, they're just ridiculous, but I was never a fan of the hubcaps that did not move, or did rather, but looked like the vehicle was gliding. But at least that's like, you could consider that, okay, that's cool, that's neat. Taking your wheels and bending them in is just plain weird. There's nothing, what else do you say? Can't say nothing. It's just strange. Yeah. Cars. A beautiful subject matter. What drives me nuts sometimes working on this type of stuff in these games is the fact that in Battlefield, what's so crazy about it sometimes is, I know people prefer Call of Duty, I guess, but the issue with Battlefield is when you have the campers, all right, they drive me nuts. Not for the same reason as other people. Other people are like, oh, they're there. Well, that's just your poor method of that's your poor method of operation. If the dude's sniping you, you're camping and just taking people out, you can get mad. What I get more mad about is them camping and them not doing anything, just hiding, not doing anything at all. I would rather literally be taken out by a headshot. I'm dead serious, being taken out by a headshot. And at least the guy be doing something than him just sitting there, especially on my own team. God, just do something. You just sit there looking pretty. Get out of the game, let someone come in that's doing a camp correctly. I've camped. Anybody telling you they haven't camped is a liar. Everyone has camped. Scared to death. Why is everyone afraid of fessing up and telling the truth? You're scared out. You're just completely scared. You'd be lying through your teeth if you told me you did. I've camped before because I was scared. I was afraid. And so that's what you do, all right? Exciting. Take over the objective. Some people are gonna get all riled up. He supports campers! y'all have camped. Would you be lying? Lying to me? You know better than that. Now this, what I'm doing right now, is not considered camping. I'm taking an objective over. Alright, that's cool.
We have charge of objective easy. Objective secure.
Or the guy who just runs in circles. That's worse than the camper. The guy who's just running back and forth, don't know how to clue what's going on. That stuff is pathetic.
The enemy is gaining control of the battle. Take back their objective.
I can definitely understand the pain, though, of one person, you know, this is my issue, especially in Shanghai, however you say it, in Battlefield 4. I think I'm saying it correctly. But anyways, with that building when it would collapse. But when if it was just standing up there regularly, right? Just in general. And you'd be narrowing in on a guy up there. And that's when the camper would get you. That would be annoying. When the camper got you. That was straight up annoying. You were actually had a guy, you were gonna get him. Everything was exciting, you know, and then, well, pow, some guy gets you, and then you can see the lit up orange in the background, so it shows you where he came from, and the dude's like underneath the sewer or something. What are you doing? Get out of there. That's annoying. Right, it is annoying. Only it's pretty fun to take a hatchet to them. Anyways. Exciting. Yeah, I was taking the trash out. And I got a hold of my baby's diaper bag. Not the bag for which you hold on the bottles and diapers and stuff like that. No. The actual diaper bag has all the dirty diapers, the wastebasket. And someone decided they were not going to tie the knot correctly. It could have been me, could have been somebody else. I don't remember who did it, but let me tell you something. I was walking around through the house, made it to the kitchen, and the knot made its way loose out of the bottom, and every single diaper and every wipe and everything else fell out of the bottom, beneath out of that thing. And it was right next to the kitchen. It smelled like someone had just ripped a toilet off of its stand right in the middle of the kitchen. Stunk like no one's business. That's what I do. I take Lysol and spray the living daylights out of everything. I will not live in a house that smells like sewage for a single minute. Absolutely not. You got me messed up if you think I will. Disgusting. Goodness, looking around here. What do we got here? Oh my goodness gracious! Just got launched. Anyways, that's something you don't want to do. You don't want to get hit by a tank. All right, and that's what I just had happen to me. I just got ran over after I died. So I explained that. Somehow you can figure that out. I got shot by the tank, and then once I got shot, I got ran over by it. All right, so. Yeah, I'd say he was dead. There's no getting around that. He's dead as a doornail. How exciting. It's very intimidating. So exciting. Glad you could join us. What in the world? Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? Oh my goodness, he got me again. No, different guy. Alright, wasn't Tank Boy. So, as I was saying, yeah, that diaper experience was exciting. Just a smell erupting through the entire house. Smelled horrible. Smelled like a landfill. Just disgusting. Tell you something. That type of stuff, it'll teach you a lesson. You will tie a knot so thick on that plastic, not even a weight will break through that knot. That weight will have to break through the side. I'm not playing no games with that diaper pail again. When you smell something like that, you will not play around with it again. You will not, I promise you that. Teach you a lesson like you've never learned before. Don't need to trim my nose hairs, burnt right through it, probably. Disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, I got hit again by a tank. What can I say? What can I do? Can't do much. Oh my goodness, yeah. So yeah, I've been working on a it's not a tank but a vehicle lately. And it's quite exciting. It's quite exciting. Got a few problems, but I'm handling them. But one thing that just annoys me when working on this vehicle is when you replace a faulty part. Alright? You replace it, okay? And the part you replace it with, brand new, mind you, just spanking new, is also bad. But you fix it and you think, like, oh, it must be something else wrong. And you spend a bunch of other time trying to fix what else you think might be wrong. But no, it's not wrong. Not wrong at all. It's that piece. So yeah, that I can't stand that. Because, well, that's just infuriating. Terrible. Especially all these sensors they have in the vehicle now. Sensors. I mean, that's all my confusion is. The sensor goes bad. Okay. The sensor goes bad. Well, what is the... I don't get the point. They make these sensors like junk, I guess. Must be. I don't have another point. I don't have any other clue. What else would they go? The sensors go bad more than a part, which is appreciated. I mean, I'd rather have that in reality. I just would. I mean, wouldn't you? Be honest. Wouldn't you? You'd rather have the bad... You'd rather have the sensor go bad. Trying to help me out. I need help! I'm calling for help over here and they're not helping me. Come on now. Come on. Give me some help. Somebody help me, please. Oh my gosh. What am I ever gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah. This is interesting. I want another place to spawn. Wait, okay, never mind. I don't get my way. Simple as that. It's called life. When life throws you lemons, make lemonade. That saying is very, very, very ridiculous, and I'll explain to you why. Because when life is throwing you lemons, let me tell you something right now. You go, oh, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade. How do you make lemonade, alright? If someone just literally drove into your car, right? Ruined it, okay? Let me give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you the lemons, and you tell me if it's so simple to just make lemonade out of this. Your dog dies. You ran over your own dog with the car, then your car, you ran into a ditch, alright? Pray tell how that is, shall we say, and it gives you an ability to make lemonade from that. What are you gonna do? Eat your dog? Is that what you're gonna do? I bet you someone was about ready to say that. Nasty people, eating dogs and cats, you nasty. Disgusting. Some of y'all be taking encouragement to a whole nother level. That's another thing with Battlefield I'd like to say, because I'm driving this vehicle right now. I would like to include that real fast, is these vehicles are stupid. Let me tell you something, there is no way. They need to make these vehicles more realistic. The place I just drove this vehicle through, I don't care if it's military. It's not a tank. I'm driving it has 4 wheels, alright? There's no way that thing did not get stuck on what I just drove it through. Impossible. Impossible. I was gonna say something else I forgot. It went right on my head. Ridiculous. What's crazy about the whole thing is that if you're actually trying in this game, really trying your best to get a kill or something, right? The issue is you always got some, half-wit driving the vehicle. If you're not the driver, you better watch out. Because sometimes that driver will drive into a tree, and what are you supposed to do? Like, you're like, are they going to recover? Are they not going to recover? No, they don't recover. And some guy's shooting at you, and the driver's literally brand new on the game. What are you supposed to do? Tell him good job, Chuck? I mean, I don't know what to say. When you get to that point, you might as well just surrender, but there's no surrender button. You fight to the death in this game. What else are you gonna do? That's why either I drive or I'm hopping out. Simple as that. If you got another statement, please let me know. I don't have time for that. Yeah, so that was my point earlier about shopping at these beautiful stores. They got the self-checkouts. And then Publix is horrendous with the self-checkouts. Goodness gracious. If it doesn't touch the scale perfectly and kiss it. Dude, you didn't put the item in a bag. Yeah, I did. And so now every time I scan something, if it's light, let's say salad, I gotta push my hand down to the bag so that it registers that I put some in the bag, or else you'll be sitting there for the next 30 minutes ringing up 3 groceries. Someone needs to come over and help you and scan they need to scan it. So you can pay for it, basically. You can pay for it. That's fine, right? You can pay for it. But if it doesn't touch the bag, they're not letting you get away with nothing. That's really nice. Thank you, Publix. That's great. That's just what we need in our lives. Is more issues like that. Walmart is like basically trying to shove people off the door so quickly that they're accusing them of being thieves, and Publix is over trying to hold on to them. Just like the people that put their Honda wheels to the side. Same people, I bet you. Running the stores. My pleasure. These same people that say it's their pleasure then go and talk behind your back when they get home to their family. I met some guy today, he smelled like a skunk. They just make stuff up as they go along. I know how it goes. I'm not stupid. Now that is typically the bigger issue with women. Not all women, but some in specific. It is the bigger issue. It is. Just being honest. Is they do run the boca a little bit too much when it comes to talking about clients. Especially, let me tell you something, in the medical world, that is bad. Let me tell you something right now. I don't think there's anybody alive that, wants to go in to the doctor's office and be talked about. All right? And I know it's happened before. Don't you all be playing games? I don't know y'all playing games. You know exactly this is the truth. You know this is the truth. And that's just terrible. Because in reality, you're really trying. You have no other choice. You have to go in there. It's your body. It's personal. And you have some people chirping their brains out while you're on the operating table. It's happened. It's been caught on video before. It's terrible. And what do? You can't do nothing. You're sitting there naked probably on the operating table. What can you do, right? What can you do? Can't do nothing. You gotta sit there and enjoy. It's not really enjoyable, I'll tell you that right now. But what else can you do? What else can you do? That was exciting just now. Absolutely exciting. Greetings if you're joining us. Us, just me, but sounded good. It's just me on here. Trying my best to get on here. I can't stand when they spawn in the middle of a fight. And then they'll tell you it'll be quiet as all get out, and they're like, we can't spawn you. Can't spawn you here. You spawn me where I select. You understand? I'll pay for it later. If I tell you if I want to land on the enemy's belly button, you ought to be letting me do it, alright? He can blow me up in 2 seconds, I don't care. Let me spawn where... If you can't fix the Jeep, alright? Simple as that. The Jeep that drives around and can run over boulders, somehow can run over boulders, if you can't do that, alright? Well, then, you ought to get rid of that, you ought to allow us to spawn wherever we feel like it. Either fix one or don't fix them. Fix them all. And this is just great. If you are watching live, you can see exactly what I'm complaining about right now. It looks like absolutely chaos has entered into the building. This dude's holding his stomach. Don't know what happened to him. It was like a group of infidels shooting in one direction all at the same time from 5 miles away. Like, what are you doing right now? Now, oh my gosh! There was a sniper right there. And he did aim at me, I'm pretty sure of it. He missed, however. And I'll tell you why. Because he's a poor shot. Let's see what's good. That guy just snuck into the airplane right there. He just snuck right in. Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're stupid. What are you doing? Oh my goodness! He got me with a katana. Took me right out. Took me right out. Goodness gracious. That is not pretty. I'll tell you that right now. Not pretty in the least bit. Alright, I want out of this thing. I can't stand being in these vehicles with these people. They can't drive worth nothing. Not all of them, but some of them. Drive me nuts. Now, I don't claim to be some incredible player by any means. No, not at all. I do not. However, I know what not to do some of the time. I can drive decent. Some of these other clowns just have mercy. Get out of here. That's how you take care of a problem. Problem child right there. Oh, goodness. How was I supposed to see him coming around the side of me like Rambo or something? Hiding in the bushes. Sneaking up on me. I see you. I see you there. McDonald's prices, I just want to mention this. I know it's random, but McDonald's prices are getting ridiculous for crying out loud. Goodness gracious. Yeah, the jalapeno cheeseburger, whatever it's called. That new thing. $7 just for the sandwich. Goodness. There's no way in God's green earth I'm paying for that. And do you see how small the burger's getting? It's like a piece of, I mentioned it before, but like the piece of bread is the size of my foot, and the piece of meat the size of my toe. What's going on here? It doesn't have to be so. It does not have to be so. I'll tell you that right now. It does not have to be so. Yet they make it so. They need to do something, more discounts. And that app is ridiculous. That app doesn't help with nothing. That app is pathetic. 20% off your entire order. Oh, that's real nice. That's real nice. It's like me ripping somebody off 2 times the amount it should be, and then offering them an extra. And that brings up another thing, the sauce. Come on, enough with the 2 sauces. How am I supposed to eat 10 nuggets with maybe 1 to 2 sauces? Tell me how that's possible. You're like, well, it's really simple. No, it's not simple. That nugget is the size of the entire container. 5 nuggets at best is what you can fit in that thing. Simple as that. Oh, this ought to be exciting. This ought to be real exciting. This ought to be real exciting. Flying a plane, oh my gosh. No way. No way. Oh my goodness gracious! Took me out of the sky. I was just sitting pretty. That was not good at all. I did not like that whatsoever. But I'm about to wrap things up here. An exciting broadcast. Beautiful thing. Beautiful. Sub to the channel if you'd like to. Hear more content like this. I'll have more content next time. I just want to get started. I want to test this little thing out. See if it was enjoyable. See if I liked it. I do. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty neat game. I've done this game before, but I mean the broadcast. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done. Alright. Like, subscribe, share if you could. That'd be beautiful. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.